What's up, everybody? It's the One Nation Podcast Section 4. I'm T, and this is Sade. And we are here today with the MLK edition of our podcast. And I hope you guys sit tight for a second. We ain't going to keep you long, but we're definitely going to talk about what MLK means to us. Also, what barriers he broke down around the world for us to get to this platform we at basically today. So if you guys would just sit back, relax, and let's talk about the man in our greatest form as we can. So, Sade. Oh? What that mean?
Yes.
That means yes. Okay. MLK Day. We haven't always had this day off, right?
Not much, no.
School systems either, right?
Not in my knowledge, no.
Okay, so let me ask you this. What makes you think now, all these years later, that it's finally recognized as a major holiday and it's letting kids off of school and some jobs off from work?
I guess the push to recognize more people from our past that had shaped our current country and stuff. I know a lot of jobs still don't acknowledge it, saying this is my second year with my current job, them acknowledging it and everything, and I'm going on 5 years there. Okay,
because I know my job, it doesn't acknowledge it, but I like to take off anyway, you know what I mean, for MLK Day, because I know what it really means to me. But if we can go back in time, what year I met you at Jesse Ball?
1994.
Now that's when I met her. That ain't when I first started dating her, so don't get it twisted. But I'm trying to think. Was you there when I did the Martin Luther King speech?
What grade?
I had to be in either the second or the third grade. I don't remember. See,
the second grade I was across town. Third grade I was here.
Okay, so I think I did it in the second grade, y'all. And I did the I didn't do the whole thing. Don't get it twisted. Of course, wasn't nobody about to let a second grader read that whole speech. But I did do bits and parts of it, and I can elaborate on what it meant for me then and what it means for me now. Then, and I still got, I hope y'all can't see, they ain't big as they used to be. I had the big ears and everything, had the little box fade or whatever. And I kind of, you know how we used to do the shapes of your head in school when you turn to the side and they do the head? I kind of looked like him. I kind of had a head shape like Martin Luther King. And plus, my father dressed me the part. And, you know, Dr. King, he definitely had his suits laced, his hat, his ties, and all that. And my teacher thought it would be a great idea for me to play him in our, I think it was our Black History Month program. And I did the speech. I did half the speech, y'all, not the whole thing. But at the time, after my parents and, of course, my teacher at the time told me a little bit about Dr. King, and I seen that he did all these marvelous things for, you know, our people, for Black people. It really meant a lot to me for me to play, you know, that role, for me to have that role in the school program. And now fast forward to today, just after all these years, I'm just seeing all the things that he's meant for us, breaking down barriers for us to get here. Like, if he didn't have a dream, we probably wouldn't even be doing this right now.
Very true.
You know, if he didn't have the dream and, you know, led that speech on Washington, it's no telling where we would be. You know what I mean? And that's a big part of our history. That's a big thing that we need to be proud of. I'm going to get back to that in a little bit. Is there anything that stands out, you know, about Dr. King that really touches you or moves you?
I'm not sure about the touching and moving me, but of course, without him, without his speech, without his movement and his push for civil rights and everything, you know, wouldn't be where I am today. From employment, probably from marriage, children and stuff, and everything, from where we live and stuff, especially with us being in the South. Right, so that's a big thing.
We're in the South, so you know how it was back then.
It's possible that, you know, we probably would have upped and moved or something.
Right, now let me ask you this: did you ever, like, let's just be real? We just talked about that. We said we don't know where we would be. Let's just think about it. Where would we be if the civil rights movement wasn't started? If he didn't lead the speech on Washington, if he didn't have a dream, if he didn't get that, if he didn't get those words out to over 250,000 people, yes, I do know that. What would we be today? I wonder would it still be like us, Pink Guy? Would it still be one of them things?
I don't think it would be that, but
I went there.
Cause I can't watch no slavery movies.
No, she can't watch a slavery movie.
I'm done with it.
It does something to
stuff. I get high.
Yeah,
I can't. And everything. Don't mean we're not going to teach the kids to teach it to the kids, because they gotta know, because school systems only teach for so much.
Yeah, and I not just found that out, but they don't. When we was in school, they went the whole 9 with it.
Oh yeah,
they told
we had
everything.
Arguments in class and everything. I remember in was it my government class? I don't think it was my government class, but it was one of my classes.
Government and economics.
I don't know, it may have been.
Might have been.
And everything. And the teacher used to read the newspaper beginning of the class. Mm-hmm. And we used to have full-blown arguments and stuff. Luckily, lunch was in the middle of it, so we had to leave and calm down and come back and everything. But I just remember one student saying that, well, the blacks are part of the issue with slavery because those that were in Africa sold their people to the Europeans and stuff.
Now, see, that had to really hit home for her, because she remembered that. That was over 20 years ago. That was a long time ago.
That part. And I don't know if anybody, I can't remember who was in that class and anything. And if you remember, you remember. If you don't, you don't. It's whatever and stuff. And I just remember we went off, and like that he was basically saying that, it was our own ancestors' fault and everything,
that we was
and whatnot, and that we was in slavery, that our ancestors were in slavery, and that and that whatever happened to our ancestors in slavery, it's just whatever. And so it's like, okay, but see, he messed up. His girlfriend was in that classroom too, and everything. And so I looked at someone, and they looked across, and we looked just back and forth, just like, I give you $20 for that girl right there, pointing to his girlfriend and stuff and everything. And I was like, okay, now you my property. But you my property. And all your children my property.
But let's be honest. Why? He said we're the reason for slavery. Is that what he said?
I understand that. I understand that there probably were some tribes that it's possible.
We don't know. We don't know.
Fighting wars between different villages and stuff. Yeah. One village got taken over, and so that village that took that village over probably sold those people off and everything because they didn't like them. Yeah. I get that, because that happens worldwide.
That happens everywhere.
And stuff. But
that stuck out 20 years ago.
Ooh. I don't think that was 12. I think that was 11th grade. Ooh, that's 20.
She had to calm down on that one, man. I'm glad. Yeah, can I bring you back to real? Well, we're in a new time now. This is a new place.
I'm pettier now.
But you're pettier now. You're right. You're absolutely petty. Oh, excuse me, y'all. This tea I'm sipping on is something else. This tea. Get it? This tea. What we about to... Anyway, we ain't gonna go there, but it's definitely been. I'm gonna tell you what I can say. It's been a privilege to watch. Where we used to be to where we are now. Man, I couldn't imagine. Like, I see stuff on Facebook. We talk all the time about slavery, about, back in the civil rights days. And, I read somewhere that Dr. King was arrested 29 times. 29 times. And I'm pretty sure, it was just because he was protesting. Yeah. Or he was doing whatever, but...
Or maybe not even that.
Could have been just been a black man back then. But
side the road.
But I say that to say this. We jump on Facebook sometimes, and there's some meme going around, this quote going around. It was like, man, I couldn't have made it in slavery. I've been dead. I've been the first one gone. Because, back, if you go way back to slavery, it's a lot of things our ancestors put up with that I don't think we would put up with this day.
Very true.
It ain't gonna happen.
But we don't know.
We don't know that. We wasn't back then. You know what I'm saying? Those are our ancestors. And even though they went through that, they paved the way for us. You know what I'm saying? So we got to salute all our ancestors. And, really in a way, I hate to say it, but, we really got to thank them, because without them going through that part,
doing what they had to do and stuff.
It's, like you say, there's no telling what would be going on in today's world. But I'm going to tell you, we got a long way to go, but I like today's world in a way from better than where it was, because no matter if you can get along today. Now, racism still exists. That's a whole other topic. we'll go there another time. But today we're here to celebrate this man's day, Martin Luther King, for what he's done for us. Now, we got some things, man, that we're gonna talk about. Some quotes and a few facts about Dr. King that a lot of people probably didn't know. I didn't know a couple of them, but
what's your favorite quote?
Oh, I got it. I just wrote it down.
I'm looking for mine now.
I got it. Women. I got it. You ready for me to read it?
Go ahead.
Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Now, that's one of my favorite quotes by him, but the reason why I like that is because it ties in. Can I do this? It ties in with this other quote I read from him. Now, I'm going to read all this back over. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase. Now, check this one out. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Now, I'm going to tell you why that stick out a lot, because I always say you got to keep pushing, you got to keep moving forward. And you don't see the prize. You don't know what's ahead of you.
True.
But you keeping your faith and you still moving. Because you know with faith, in which you, like I always tell y'all, put God first.
Better times are coming.
Better times are coming. And all you got to do is just keep going. But see, this is why I want to break this down to y'all that. Even though, you know, you can't see the staircase, right? But you got to keep going. You got to take the first steps. But it's something I want to tell y'all in between that. You can't sit back and just expect God to deliver it all in one shot for you. And you can't expect him just to give it all to you right then. You got to put forth some effort. You got to do something. Because I see we manifest, what do you call it, manifestation?
Manifest what you
well, whatever, man. Yeah. Don't kill us if we mess it up. Manifesting, I'm going to put it like that. Woo! But, damn. But manifesting, you know, things, you know, I read up on this book. They call it 369 Rule, where you write it down over and over. Y'all don't come from my head because I ain't really looked at it. I've seen it on TikTok. But I feel like, yeah, you can write that down over and over and manifest over it, but you still got to put forth the effort.
Sure.
Because I just feel like the only way you're going to achieve anything is if you meet God at least halfway. Yeah. You can't sit back. So that's one of my favorite quotes. I want to say it one more time. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. Keep going and keep pushing. What you got?
Okay, well, so at work I've been doing like we have a TV that lets our team know how their production is going and everything like that. And I've been doing like the end part of it, like birthdays and anniversaries and stuff. And so I made a beautiful one for January and stuff. For New Year's and stuff, and then for MLK Day and everything, because like I said, we off this year and everything. And so I had a video as far as parts of his speech and everything, and then a quote that I came across that I like. It says, "The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy." Yeah,
see that. You thought I dropped the ball. Pick it back up.
What?
But
because I mean.
Okay, go ahead.
So when everything's all good and everything, I mean, from work, your life, and everything and stuff. You know, everyone can be all peaceful and all happy in each other's face and stuff. Right. But when something bad happens, that's when you see people's true colors.
That's when you see what people
and so
really,
you know
how they really feel.
How they really feel. How they, you know, because we lost some people, lost some faith in some people. Since a long time, but like once what was it, 2021?
2021. What happened in 2021? When things started.
George Floyd.
Don't quote us on that, but it was 2020 something.
Or 2021.
Yeah. It was a lot going on with it.
From there on and before that also and stuff. There was multiple things before that and stuff. It's just you really see people's true colors when shit hit the fan. To be honest with you.
When stuff hit the fan, that's when you see people. You know, it's crazy. It's like this. You can meet somebody, man, y'all hit it off real good. You know, everything cool, you know, boom, 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 boom. You know, y'all getting along, y'all chopping it up about your kids, you're chopping it up about, you know, just
the easy things, your kids, your family,
right? Everything that y'all have in common. But once, I guess you could say, the rock is thrown into that pun, it becomes wrinkles, like a wrinkle effect. You know how when you throw it around a ripple effect. Well, we is off. But listen, but we get this. We gonna get this done. But that's when you see that your partner over here don't agree with everything. You cool, and that's cool. It's cool without you.
But you said what you can handle.
Right.
If he believed the sky green and stuff, and you just looking like, dang it, you stupid.
I'm like, yeah, but hey, bro,
if you
the
can
sky
handle
green,
and he still being friends with you, that's cool.
It's the sky green. But what I hate sometimes is when, like, I'm gonna say this. I've heard I heard a lot of positivity about Dr. King, and of course, coming up through school, you deal with different things, and you hear the chatters in the back. I've heard some negative things about Dr. King. Now, let me say this: the man wasn't perfect because God didn't make everybody perfect.
They made nobody perfect.
Nobody. So I'm pretty sure your favorite person or whoever it is you look up to or whoever it is that you strive to be like
has many flaws.
They got flaws too. And this is what I'm saying. The flaws that I heard people say about him, it didn't discredit what he did. No. For us. It was just petty stuff. You know about petty stuff. Though.
Yeah, I know a lot of petty.
It was petty stuff. If I sit here and I'm gonna read this right quick. All right. Martin Luther King, for his speech on the March on Washington, he had over 250,000 people attended, right? You know what somebody may come back and say? Yeah, he had that many people, but, he still went to jail for jaywalking. Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That has nothing to do with what this man was doing and what he did for us as black people. And I just look at it like, okay, man, this is life. Nobody's perfect. But what he did for us, I'm very thankful for.
Sure.
I am. Yes. I'm very thankful for. And we got a couple more things, man. And I'm going to let y'all hear a little bit of his speech. And of course, I know y'all done heard. If you ain't heard it, you need to go listen to it.
I used to listen to it every year.
True.
On MLK Day. Because I had it on one of the, I'm about to tell my daggone age.
Well, I drank that like a grandmother.
I had on one of those little tiny CDs. Not the regular song, but I had the little itty bitty one.
You had, what CD was that?
I probably still got it if I go downstairs and find it.
There ain't no Blu-ray.
No, it wasn't a Blu-ray, but it wasn't a, well, we didn't have Blu-ray then. It was a CD, but it was smaller. It was like a mini CD and stuff.
Okay, you had.
And so that one could only fit like
certain
in my big stereo.
Oh.
And stuff.
I'm sorry.
It had to come out and I had to put it in and go back in.
I'm sorry. I wasn't blessed with that. All I had was tape player coming up. I ain't know about CD. That's a whole nother subject, y'all. But let's stick back to ML King Day. Man, I want to read you something else. You got any more quotes? I got a couple more.
No, that's my favorite one.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter.
One more time.
Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter.
Okay.
And what I get from that is, speak up. If it's something that's bothering you or it's something that's on your heart or on your mind, it's best to get it out than to keep it in. Because once you keep it in, let it blow over, that's when things can go real left for you.
And I think of turning a blind eye. Don't turn a blind eye to something you know ain't
right. And that leads me to this one. He also say, the time is always right to do what's right. So, it's no bad timing to do the right thing at all. And I feel like that goes for anything.
Yeah.
It goes for anything, anywhere, anytime, any place. Speak up. Do the right thing. Hi, Spike Lee. Get it. Do the right. Boy, y'all ain't going to laugh at that. I'm going to hit that laugh button. I'm going to get me some laughs off that. I'm saying what you want to say.
No, that little thing sitting somewhere.
Yeah. Now, it's one more I have in here. Excuse me, y'all. I think I done lost it. Yeah. Now, check this one out. Let no man pull you low enough to hate him. Let me say that again. Let no man pull you low enough to hate him. But I'm going to piggyback with that. It's not just to hate him. Don't let no person pull you low enough to hate them. Hate is a strong... Why she got them devil eyes right now? Hate is a strong word. I don't
hate nobody. I don't...
Do you? You don't hate nobody. Hate is a strong word.
I don't hate nobody.
It's MLK Day. Let's say this for
I strongly dislike some people.
You're right. Now let me ask you this. when you say strongly dislike, I'm not gonna ask you who and what you dislike about it. I mean, like, how bad is that dislike? To where if you driving down 85, they're on the side of the road and they done had a tire blowout or whatever, and they're desperately flagging you down. Do you keep driving, or do you?
There's a man on the side of 85 at my market 23.
What is his name? Hung up. Now see, that's a strong dislike.
I called him help.
You did call him help. But damn.
I called him help.
Damn, dog. I mean, Anyway, y'all. We got some facts about Dr. King that I didn't know about, and maybe you guys knew. So what we're gonna do? I hope she can read my writing. I cannot write on the cue card or anything else I can read.
That's a shame because you have beautiful hair.
I do, but on the cue card, this looks bad. It looks bad. Which one you want? We'll take that one. Take that one out there. Those are quotes. So take these.
Killing me. That was messing with me. There we go.
Okay.
That was messing with me.
All right, I'm going to read one. She's going to read one. I bet y'all didn't know this. Did y'all know that Dr. King, when he was born, he wasn't named Martin at birth. He was named Michael King Jr. Did you know that one? Yeah, that one. I found that out today. So we really could have been saying, if they hadn't changed the name, Michael King Jr. That wasn't right with it. That's all right. Go to the next one.
You got on it that he was a Grammy winner?
Yeah, they say he was a Grammy winner. Now, I got to look back into that one. Now, I know he was a Nobel Prize winner. I do know that. But Grammy, I'm like, wait a minute. Google, y'all be throwing some facts out sometime. I don't think y'all know exactly, but I hope he was a Grammy winner. I didn't hear that one. You got that?
Grammy.com.
Grammy.com. He was a Grammy winner. Now, what did he win a Grammy for?
Did you know Martin Luther King Jr. won a Grammy?
Mm-hmm. For the speech?
Once on the 11th Grammy Awards in 1969 for Best Spoken Word Recording, I Have a Dream, and prior to that in 1964 at the 6th Grammy Awards for Best Documentary Spoken Word or Drama Recording other than comedy for We Shall Overcome.
Dr. King was a Grammy winner. How many of y'all knew that? We just figured that out, man. That's dope. That's dope. Now that's dope. I know he broke barriers down in Birmingham. But
not but like that.
Oh, okay.
Not but like that. So that was the 11th and 6th Grammys. But he said amongst his many awards is even a Grammy. Dr. King won for Best Spoken Word Recording at the 13th Grammy Awards in 1971 for Why I Opposed the War in Vietnam.
Okay. Shouts out to Dr. King, man. Round of applause for my guy. Yeah. Broke down more than barriers, didn't he? Okay.
Now, they had to go out in the award. Those must be the after the show awards they be having.
Now, did y'all know that Dr. King? Oh, I'm sorry, you had something?
No.
Did y'all know that Dr. King? Now, I'm trying to figure this out. I'm trying to figure out where he went to college at, but he started college when he was 15 years old. I didn't know that. And you know, your IQ got to be something stupid. I would never start no college.
I don't think I was mature enough for starting when I went to college.
I don't think I was either, man. And now, like I say, I do know he was the youngest person to win the Nobel Prize. Now that's a fact too. Of course, we all know he was the leader of the Montgomery bus boycott. We all know how that went. And before we get up out of here, because we didn't want to keep y'all too long tonight, but we definitely want to touch on the fact that it's MLK Day. Dr. Martin Luther King paved the way for us to get to where we at today, broke down many barriers, and we're gonna February, Black History Month. We're gonna acknowledge him again, but we're gonna acknowledge him along with more of us, Black African Americans, that really did their thing and put the work in. You know what I mean? And it's not just gonna be civil rights leaders. We're gonna do them all. You know, it'll probably be some of your favorite on there. So y'all be on the lookout for that in February. I'm doing it every day. So just get ready for that. But Martin Luther King helped bring out the passage of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. Each of these bills helped African Americans access civil rights across the country. If it wasn't for him doing that, like I say, we done talked about this a million times on here, we probably wouldn't even be able to do nothing. Yeah. Voting or none of that. No, we wouldn't be able to do nothing. And then another thing, if he had done that, would we really even seen a Barack Obama? No. I don't think so. What about now We got Barack Obama, Colin Powell. I don't think we would have seen none of them. Now, what about for athletes? You think we would have seen these athletes?
I don't know.
That's hard.
I don't know, because you know they love to put on the show with us.
Yeah, the athletes was one of the things that was major. But you know, Jackie Robinson, baby, my man, my guy I looked up to. I'm gonna say that for February. We're gonna have a whole day on Jackie Robinson. Matter of fact, when we do Jackie Robinson Day, I'm wearing the jersey.
It's not till April.
I don't. Well, that's a great month, ain't it?
I mean, it's all right.
Yes. I was born in April, for y'all that don't know.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
Any damn way.
4, 5.
Can we?
I got about 6 or 7 people I love very much that was in April.
That's good. I hope I'm one of them. Now, with that being said, y'all, we want to play a little snippet of his "I Have a Dream" speech, the speech that was heard all around the world, and the speech that you think our kids will hear that speech in school? Think they'll play it? I hope so. I hope. If not,
I'm gonna be quite honest with.
Yeah.
Certain teachers may not.
May not.
I mean, nothing against my kids' teacher. I love all my kids' teachers and stuff, but I don't see them doing it. If I'm proved wrong, I'll gladly take that. I'll take being wrong and stuff, but I don't see it happening.
Okay, let's hear a little bit of that.
My country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrims.
This towards the end of the speech.
From every mountainside.
Right.
Let freedom ring, and if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. So let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when it happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual. Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
Love it. Love the ending of that speech, but you gotta go and listen to that speech over and over and through. And this is what I want people to understand before we get out of here, man. If you're watching us tonight, I mean, we joke around, but we take this seriously. Yep. You know, we like to have fun with the podcast. We like to have fun when you're doing anything, but it's a time to be, you know, it's a time to have fun. It's time to be serious. And today is one of them days that, you know, like we just talked about, I'm glad that some schools or some counties, some districts, some states, whatever, are recognizing it now. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a big day for Martin Luther King with that speech and everything. Today is his birthday, January 15th. I had that wrote down, and we're celebrating today. Simple as that. But if y'all would please listen to this podcast we did. In February, we're gonna dive deeper into some things, but this is just a little snippet of what's to come. I love all people, black, white, whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm just a people lover, but we gotta break this down for a second, right quick. And I'm gonna ask her, then I'm gonna go. If she want me to go and she don't want to talk about it, it's fine. Is there anything you want to tell our people? It's a lot, but what's one thing you want to tell our people?
Support each other.
Okay. Support.
Just support each other. Don't tear each other down. I mean, I know we do it for laughs and giggles and all that and stuff and everything. But in the end, support each other.
Okay, that's her. Support each other. I'm gonna go here, man. And I'm not the only one that feel this way right here. And I'm gonna say this on this podcast. Like she said, we gotta stop tearing each other down. We've had this conversation millions of times about us putting each other down and killing each other. It has to stop. It's crazy. I seen something, and I'm not getting emotional, but not tearing up, but this is hitting home. I seen something on Facebook. Bernie Mac tells this joke, and I pray I get this right, but Bernie Mac said it was a black man, white man, and a Mexican man. They all trying to get into the gates of heaven. And if I'm right, the only way Bernie can get into the gates of heaven if he tell God, ask God a question he can't answer. So Bernie Mac goes, whispers in God's ear, and God screams, "Let him in! Open the gates." Bernie Mac goes into heaven. And Bernie Mac goes into heaven, the black man. I'm using Bernie Mac for, just because he's the one who said it. And now he's in those gates. You know what I'm saying? And the black and the white guy was like, "Yo, what the hell? How did he get in the gates?" And the Mexican dude was like, "Yeah." He said, "Yo, let's go ask God." And the white guy went and asked God. Said, "God, how did you let Bernie in the gates?" And what did you say? He had to ask God a question.
Got a question
that he didn't know the answer to, and Bernie asked God, "When will our people start sticking together?" God didn't have an answer. That means it hurt, but at the same time, it made sense, because I don't know when we're gonna stick together. I don't know when we're gonna stop doing what we do to each other. I lost some friends to some violent things that could have been talked out. You know what I mean? And what y'all fail to realize, man, together we're stronger. Mm-hmm. And I've been trying to preach that through the One Nation. And the change starts with us first. It starts with you. And I want everybody to come together, but more importantly, I want my people to come together first. You know what I mean? Because we tear down each other more than anything. And the only way to get to the top, is if we stay solid, 10 toes down, and most importantly, stop tearing each other down, man.
Can't be crabs in a bucket.
Can't be crabs in a bucket, man. But, that's just my message to y'all. There's more to come in February, like I said. Anything you want to tell?
I know you. To touch on something you said as far as us doing Black History Month and stuff. Mm-hmm. Just about each month is designated. There's some other months that are designated to other ethnicities. Do you want to touch on those?
We can do that too. Okay. We can do that too. But definitely let's start with Black History Month. Start with and we're gonna go from there, man. Like I say, it's MLK Day. We put this thing together. We did our work. We had our cue card. We did our research, and some of the things we knew already. Yeah. But it's a lot more that we're gonna touch base. I got a special day for him in Black History Month. Y'all might want to check in February, check it out. But this is from T and Sade to you. The One Nation Podcast 864. Thank y'all for watching. Please share, like, subscribe, everything, all that on YouTube. And until we see each other again, which won't be long.
Nope.
Peace.